Hey, what's up guys? Devil Dog Gamer here. Welcome back to another Marine Corps Mondays, and this week I'm going to talk about one of the most hated things in the Marine Corps, and it's formations. Formations are fucking lame. Like, they're all cool and gung-ho when you're in boot camp and shit, and you're doing your graduation parade, and, you know, formation and everything. Everyone's like, yeah, this is awesome, this is awesome. And when you get to the fleet, it's like, fuck this shit. Like, really? So you got different types of formations, right? You got your one, which is an everyday thing, which is either your platoon formation or your company formation. And that can happen multiple times during the day. There's usually always one in the morning. It's either before PT, after PT, blah, blah, blah. It can either be platoon or company. And that's just where everyone finds out what they're doing for the day. You kind of meet, you know, you go out and get in formation, and platoon sergeant or your company commander, somebody will tell you what's going on for the day and, you know, what's the plan and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Pretty much finding out. It's how you find out information in a group setting, but it's not like uptight like parade. You know, you be in your Charlies, you're just there in your camis or your PT gear and stuff. Those are the fun ones. Those aren't so bad. Those are the everyday ones. But the problem with them is, the Marine Corps has a rule: if you're not 15 minutes early, you're 15 minutes late. So if you're not 15 minutes early to that formation, you're fucking UA, and you will get NJP'd. And sometimes you gotta sit there and wait. I remember one formation in the morning, I sat there and waited for an hour with everybody else for our fucking CO to get there and fucking tell us what was going on for the day. And it was a 2-minute fucking conversation, pretty much, is what he had to say. It only took 2 minutes. So an hour late to say 2 minutes worth of shit. Fuck him, right? Well, then the funny part about those is you usually find out when your formation's going to be that night before you get released from duty. So they'll tell you it's going to be, 0700 uniform is going to be your desert camis. Okay? Well, see, the funny thing about that is the guys who are married and live off base, as soon as they find that stuff out and they get released, they're gone. They go home. That's it. They go home. They have no interaction with anybody else other than that. They go home. Well, sometimes the uniform and the times change after that for some reason. Or whoever told them the wrong information. Well, the funny thing is about when that happens is the morning comes, they're not there. They're UA. Oh shit, they got the wrong time. Or they come in, or they originally heard that it's got, formation's PT gear, and they show up in PT gear when it was changed to desert camis. So they're standing there in their PT gear. So they look like complete fucking dumbasses, and they get yelled at because of the wrong information. That's the thing about the Marine Corps. Everything changes constantly. You're constantly getting changed. I remember being at a range one day, and we were loading mags, and they're like, nope, we're not doing the range today, pack your shit up. We're going, I forget where we were going after that. But it was weird because, shit like that changes all the time. Or we were sitting around doing MCIs and they're like, we're going to go down the armory and clean the rifles. They find you shit to do. They change shit. They fucking, it's crazy. So formations are kind of one of those key parts to where you find out, the information for the day and what's going on. And it's just a pain in the ass. Now the most hated one, the one I hated personally, was the battalion formations. Those really sucked. That's when you get all the companies together in the battalion and the battalion commander or the sergeant major's talking to you. And those suck because everyone is so fucking uptight and has their fucking balls in a noose because it's the battalion commander. If anybody can fuck up a CO's career, it's the fucking battalion commander. So they're all on their toes. Any sort of bullshit that you have or, any sort of fucking thing you do during that formation, they will fucking kill you for it. If you embarrass them at all, you are fucking dead. I remember we were getting released for Christmas. And usually the battalion formations happen for, a big thing. If, you're getting released for a holiday, the entire battalion's getting released for a holiday, or something big's happening with the battalion, that's when they'll happen. They're pretty rare. They're not an everyday thing or a weekly thing. It's maybe once every 4 or 5 months, I would say. So we were getting released for Christmas. We had a big old battalion. The entire battalion was there. The battalion's a fucking shit ton of people, by the way. And battalion commander sitting there talking, and fucking this guy's standing in front, and his fucking cell phone starts to ring. And the battalion commander, I forget what the guy's name was, but he's like, "Is that your cell phone?" And he's like, "Yes, sir." He's like, "Stand over there and wait for me." And like everyone's like, I could see everyone's faces and the veins popping, like they want to kill this guy in their platoon. So after it was over, battalion commander chewed him a new one. Sergeant major was yelling at him, fucking, like, I thought he was going to die. Well, after he left, apparently he got the crap kicked out of him by his staff sergeant because he made him look like an asshole. It was fucking hilarious. But that's the thing. Formations, don't bring your cell phone. Just leave it in your room. Don't bring it with you. It's fucking stupid. Don't risk yourself getting killed. People were killed for less than that shit. But battalion formations really suck because everyone's so uptight because it's battalion commander and he's the big man. He's the big man on campus and like if you embarrass the platoon or the company in any way with the battalion commander, you're fucked. You are fucked for the rest of the time you're with that company. No one will ever forget it. No one ever will. So that's why I really didn't like battalion formations because everyone's kind of walking around with a clenched butthole the whole time. Parades. Now, like change of command parades or retirement parades where you go to the parade grounds and like say you're getting a new sergeant major, the old one's retiring, you're getting a new one, or you're getting a new battalion commander or a new company commander. Those are pretty insane. For the company commander, it's not as big as the battalion commander or battalion sergeant major. But the ones we did for the battalion sergeant major was we were in our Charlies, all dressed up, uniforms had to be immaculate, parade grounds, standing at attention, pretty much everything you did at boot camp and learned, you're doing that right at that moment. That's the only time you're going to use it. You ain't going to have any more ceremonies or parades like that. That's the only time you're going to use it. So everyone's kind of just like really fucking uptight, and they, we go through reminder courses on how to do all the fucking, the formations, and the dress right dress bullshit and all kinds of stuff like that. And those are insane because you're standing out there, it's fucking hot, they last forever, and you're standing there in this fucking uncomfortable dress uniform just to welcome some new guy and say goodbye to some fucking asshole, and it sucks. And usually those happen on Mondays. Like the one we had was on Monday, and everybody showed up fucking with hangovers, and it was 110 degrees outside and fucking shithole 29 Palms, and it was just we had our Charlies on, and those are the tan shirts and the green blouses or the trousers. Fuck, I can't even fucking trying to remember all the lingo. I can't even remember it anymore. Anyways, like 20 minutes into it, everyone had already sweat through their top. And it was just, you got the nice tan, and then it just goes to dark tan because all the sweat. And that shit sucks. Like, I don't like the formation. The formations were cool, and, like, in boot camp, when he did them, it was all gung-ho, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do the Marine shit. And then once you get the fleet, you're like, fuck that. Like, honestly, you're like, fuck this shit. I don't want to do this. Fuck that. Everybody's attitude will change when you get to the fleet, and you realize kind of, like, how stupid some of the stuff you have to do is. Like, we're fucking warriors. That's not what we do. Like, honestly, there's just so much bullshit that it's just not even funny. But formations are always terrible, and they're not really like uncomfortable. Like, you're not standing there for hours and hours and hours, at attention. It's just the bullshit that happens during them, and people's fucking attitudes during them, and how long they make you wait before they start the formation and bullshit like that. It's pretty dumb. But, one of the things I don't miss about it, and I don't know how I didn't see that guy. I was just being retarded. But formations is definitely one of those things I do not miss about the Marines at all. But most of the other shit I do miss it. I do miss it. Alright, guys, anyways, I'm done talking for the day. But we're going to be doing a lot more shit. MSO's coming back. We're at the Klafgan map, which pretty much mimics Afghanistan like 100%. Has like the Korengal Valley and shit. It's fucking awesome. A lot of high-speed shit's coming with that. So that'll be out this week. The more city life, island life. Gonna be doing Metro. Hopefully I can do Metro tomorrow and get that up for you guys. If not, it'll definitely be this week. A few videos. But other than that, we're just gonna keep on rolling, doing what we do best. Alright guys, talk to you later. Peace.